What's going on, everybody? Aiden from Birds vs. Boys here, and it is Throwback Jersey Christmas here in Philadelphia. The Kelly Green jerseys are back for purchase, and the team is officially bringing them back this year. You can buy them online, you can buy them at stores, and boy, did the people show up and show out today to buy their first Kelly Green jerseys. You could say, and honestly, it would be true, people have been waiting a lifetime for it. So let's react to it. The best jerseys, the best reactions from people who were tailgating from 3 a.m., and the games that the Eagles will be wearing these jerseys in. Before we do, make sure to like and subscribe. We're not just talking about jerseys, we finally have actual football to talk about. So Kevin and I will be doing our regular shows. If you like it, your videos will keep popping up for us, and we'll be going strong all football season long. And we're really excited to have football back as training camp is in full swing. But let's get into it today. Today is Kelly Green Day, and it is going to be all about Kelly Green. So let's talk about that. The Eagles had worn these once in our lifetime, probably like the past 2 decades or so, before they made the shift to midnight green, where it was the game Michael Vick took over for Kevin Cobb. And is there anything cooler than Michael Vick, who's one of the coolest players of all time, wearing the Kelly Green? And since that point, there's just been this feverish demand for the Eagles to bring Kelly Green back. They finally obliged. It was set to be released today, and the reveal would be today, but it actually got leaked over the weekend. So that sped up the process. The Eagles tweeted it out. They had been doing a pretty solid marketing tease last week where they were making memes about knowing this was close and knowing everybody wanted it so bad. And they were just teasing that reveal. And I thought they did a really good job until it got leaked. But it ended up working out perfect because I think it generated so much demand over the weekend that you saw how that spilled into today. So this morning, they went on sale at 9 a.m. At the pro shop, online, everything like that. Some people at the pro shop who were waiting since 3 a.m. might not have realized that you could have ordered online, but they were in it for the experience. So what we saw was lines wrapped around the block. As early as 5 a.m., our guy E-Rock had a video where the fans were wrapped around the corner just to get in. The first person in line had got there at 3 a.m. to be first in line. All the news cameras were there. They had an overhead shot from a helicopter that showed the line wrapping throughout the parking lot. There was a giant square that you had to walk through and kind of ravel through, and then a line outside of that line just to get into the pro shop to buy your jerseys. They had it on Fox 29 all morning. It was kind of crazy to see. And once people got into the shop, there was no limit on the amount of jerseys that you could buy. So you could see people buying. They had a woman on there. She bought 9 jerseys. 9. These jerseys were $130. So where are you people working first and foremost? Because I would like to know, because I don't have 9 jerseys at a time money. Our guy Gail Saunders is on the news. He bought 4 Jalen Hurts jerseys, which I found to be pretty funny. I think he had a few jerseys aside from that. So he had a few and then 4 Jalen Hurts on top of that. We saw our guy E-Rock running around in there. John Bouchard and Vince Quinn, they set up a tailgate. So people were tailgating, not a game, not a practice, just a jersey reveal, which is about as Philadelphia as it gets. So the jerseys, I actually think, were as cool, if not cooler than advertised. The only thing I can compare this jersey release to is like an episode of Catfish where you've been waiting to see the reveal for so long, and it's actually the person who it was supposed to be. That's what the Kelly Green jerseys are. They finally got revealed after all of this time, after all of these teases, and they were just as cool as you expected, if not even cooler. I honestly, my take was, listen, jerseys, awesome. These Kelly Greens, awesome color. I'm not over the top. Like I just don't care enough about the jerseys. Then I'm seeing them like, maybe I should go online. Maybe I should buy one. So they're actually cooler than I even thought. I thought the design was phenomenal. The stitching, they got the color right, they got everything right. I'm very excited to see the players actually in them. But seeing like we've seen like mock-ups and stuff like that. We've seen, like Photoshop edits of players where you actually see the jerseys and you're watching the news and you're watching these clips and you see them and you see the nameplates on the back. You're like, okay, this is actually real. This is legit. This is awesome. And I'm going to go into my top 5 players that I think will look the best in the Kelly Green uniforms and the top 5 jerseys that you should buy. But just seeing them, I'm like, okay, I see the hype around this now. It is actually bigger than the hype. The scenes at the pro shop, like I said, hilarious. You got great quotes. A guy who missed his MRI so he could get a jersey. You had a woman, she was one of the first people in line. They asked her, "Are you skipping work today?" She's like, "No, I'm late for work. I'm working the Drake concert across the street at Wells Fargo tonight," and apologized for Wells Fargo. So if you haven't seen from the clips online, the Drake concert's pretty elaborate. He has a hologram of himself. He has a bigger than life size statue of Virgil, who passed away recently. He has a hologram sperm cell that rotates around the arena as he performs, which is wild for a variety of reasons. So, if any of those things you don't see tonight, it's because Our Lady was at the Kelly Green line at 9 a.m. this morning and not setting up the Drake stage for the concert across the street. You know what? Sometimes sacrifices had to be made. She apologized to Wells Fargo and to Drake, which was hilarious. So, the games that the teams will actually wear the jerseys in have been revealed, and I am very excited about this as well. So the two games are the Dolphins and the Bills. If I had my choice, I would have chose Dolphins Sunday Night Football and the Christmas game against the Giants. I think the Dolphins Eagles game, where we're wearing the Kelly green and the uniform combo that we'll create with the Dolphins, will be an all-time scene. It's elevated because it's going to be a Sunday Night Football game. So under the lights, Kelly Green debut. I think it's against a team that meshes well in terms of color. With the, assuming the Dolphins will wear their white uniforms, but they'll have the teal and the orange in there. And I just think it'll be a very solid. The NFL has been trying to create these color rush games on Thursday Night Football. This will be at the level of a color rush game by accident. Just the debut of these with the Dolphins' normal uniforms. I am very excited for that. And the Bills game as well. Like, I think that'll be a big game. It's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so it's that holiday feel, which is what I was going for with the Christmas game against the Bills. So against a good opponent. Again, it's a primetime game, 4:25, so it'll be like kind of darker outside. Those games feel a little bit higher in magnitude. So I'm glad that they chose the Kelly Greens for something like that. When they're 1 o'clock against Washington, it doesn't hit the same. Sunday 4:25 against a really good Bills team on the Sunday after Thanksgiving when everybody's in holiday mode. That feels like a little bit different of a game. So I really like that they were going with those two games. But I really think they knocked it out of the park by choosing the Dolphins game, Sunday Night Football, against a team like that. And you don't see our uniforms mesh up that often because we play once every 4 years, and then add it to this where it's a Sunday Night Football game. Just kind of makes it an extra special night. So that'll be really fun to see and see all the guys in it. Speaking of seeing the guys in the uniforms, after going through the website, after looking at the news and seeing everybody grab them off the shelves, here are my top 5 players in a Kelly Green uniforms. These are the Kelly Green jerseys that you should buy. At 5, I've got Darius Slay. The Slay Jr. on the back with the 2 just meshes really well. I think it's something about having the Jr. attached to his last name that really makes it stand out on the back of the Kelly Green uniform. Almost has like a college feel to me, in a good way though. Like one of those Oregon uniforms where you're like, all right, this is sick. Nike knocked it out of the park. I really like that. At 4, I have Hassan Reddick. Again, maybe it's just like that college feel where he wears like the single digit number and you see his nameplate on the back of the Kelly Green and it just looks cool. Kind of just has that vibe to it where maybe I'm just into the single digits because as I get into this, you'll see a lot of single digits. But I just thought Reddick was a standout for that and a guy who kind of flies under the radar. So seeing him up there maybe to me was just pretty cool. At 3, I had Dallas Goedert. There's something about that 88. 88 is just like a classic throwback football number, and these are throwback uniforms. There's been 88s for tight ends as long as football's been going. So I feel like this was just a great number in a Kelly Green, which is a throwback uniform. So throwback number, throwback jersey, just messes really well. At 2, I have Jalen Hurts. If you're looking to buy a uniform, just go with the stability. Like Jalen Hurts is the guy. I'm all about obscure jerseys. I have so many like weird college jerseys in my closet. Like I have a Steve Nash college jersey. I have a Phoenix Suns, just like throwback uniform. I have every AI jersey, even when he was on the Nuggets. I love the obscure ones. There's just something about it though when you just get the guy. Just get the guy. Get the guy in the uniform that you want. The best player in the team, the MVP, the leader in the jersey that we've been craving for so long. So I think Jalen Hurts, just don't overthink it. At 1, and this might be a shock, I have Devontae Smith. I like the single digit. I like the 6. I think it's just classic Smith on the back, single number, Eagles green, Eagles Kelly green. It's as easy as that. It's simple. One name, one number, the jersey that we've been waiting for, Devontae Smith. And I think it'll be really cool. And obviously, for the most part, you go wide receiver, you go skill position as it is. When you're buying jerseys, if you're not going quarterback, it's usually quarterback or receiver. This feels like the one to get. And another guy like Jalen, who you presume will be around this franchise for quite some time, which helps it hold up over the stands of time. So that's my top 5 list. What a day. I'm so excited. It just makes you want football even more. Like you're just craving and you're just wanting that Dolphins game now. Sunday Night Football, under the lights, birds playing and wearing the jerseys that you've been waiting for over a decade, if not longer, since you've seen that Kelly Green game against the Packers and really since they were wearing it in their heyday. So I'm so excited that they're back. Congrats to everybody who went down to the pro shop and got a jersey. Congrats to everyone who just, had a 9 to 5 and got online to the pro shop and on the website and ordered one too. So it's a great day. I know it's pretty wild that people are tailgating and there's a line wrapped around the block for Eagles jerseys, but do what you love. Taylor Swift fans, they're wrapped around the block for the concert merch. Who cares? Like if you love something, just go for it. So I'm really excited for all the people who were down there and had a good time. Like I said, like and subscribe. We'll be back. We'll talk about actual football, not just the jerseys that the football players are wearing this week. Another big week of training camp for the Eagles and the Cowboys. So we will talk to you soon.
Chris Hansen here, and I'm going to need you all to take a seat right over there and check out Birds versus Boys.
I think you're completely right here, and I hate it.
Yep. Hey, idiots. Stop doing dumb things.
I got 2 phones.
Upset alert. Upset alert. I might go insane.
I think you're already there.
There's no hope. Hope is gone.
If this was an AFC North podcast, we'd be done in 15 minutes.
Bob Hope.
I'm going to drink bleach.
That is
the team you promised me you were going to be this year. This is the Consciously Hopeful podcast.
I'll be watching.